Hi my friends, I'm Juliet Lobo, back again, your HR enthusiast partner from Campus to Human Resources, my HR Journey channel. So thank you again. We have closed 5 episodes. I'm very excited for this one as well. So before going ahead, just a humble request, if you could like, share and subscribe my channel, it would help me to reach out to HR enthusiasts and build a community of knowledge, so that people understand the exact HR domains, sub-functions, take informed decisions where they want to land in future in their HR roles. So today I have a topic for you, that is HR operations or HR backend or HR shared services. Now many people ask me, what is this? So let's understand slowly and gradually. Okay? Now, if I'm a small organization and people reach out to me as an HR support, if I'm supporting 10 to 12 people, I can support them by creating their offer letters, creating their promotion letters, transfer letters, even settlements documents. Now, what if I'm a big company? Have 5,000 to 20,000 people. How do I manage this? There will be just delay and reduced employee experience. People might hate the organization because their work is not getting done from the HR standpoint. So here, HR backend or HR shared services come. So what do they do? They can support end-to-end employee life cycle. So from hiring to settlements, everything in terms of back-end work, in terms of documentation, can be managed by this particular team. So let's understand segment-wise how this team can support. Okay, now let's take onboarding. I'll include the hiring piece also in that. So, the HR operations team can facilitate a tool wherein people, that is prospective people, can update their data. This data would be with the organization and there can be formulation of creating interview setups, formulating CTCs, generating offer letters in this particular tool itself. That would help and reduce the work of talent acquisition team to very minimal level, and they can focus on stringent hirings. Now, a tool also can be built wherein you can exactly provide the keywords and the tool can screen the CVs from the set of applicants and give it to the HR people, the top 10 ranking. This would easily facilitate the talent acquisition's prospective employees, and they can refine their search, reduce the efforts. This is some aspect in terms of supporting the talent acquisition team. Now let's go to the HR backend services for BGV. So collecting these documents in the tool, the verification also can be done by HR backend team. They can have a separate BGV team inside. So they can coordinate with some of the vendors because the team itself cannot do verification for say 5,000 employees or 20,000 employees. They may need support of vendors. So reviewing what documents are missing, following up on those documents, checking the red background verification cases, escalating the tags, this all basic aspects can be done by a back-end HR team, that is the background verification team within shared services. So, any escalations or the red cases can be directly highlighted to the HR journalist or HR BP, and they can take their consequence management basis the policies. Now, the backend HR team can also support the training team by formulating a training coordination team. What this team does, they can gather feedback from the batches, they can create batches, they can set up these batches in the system, which is the tool that the organization is using. do their scorings there, get training need analysis, formulate reports, share the reports about what trainings are pending for whom. Then do the back-end work in terms of gathering the scores, updating the scores in the tool, gathering top 10 people, bottom 10 people, supporting the training team in these aspects. All these teams, all this work can be done by the training coordination team. That also can be part of HR shared services. Next comes the production level. Okay, so once you reach the production, sending out emails about anything is pending for an employee to get updated in terms of mandatory information like home address, the email ID, the phone number, the basic information. Also facilitating the performance management. That means sending out reports for goal settings, telling managers to get the goal settings completed via reports, checking the eligibility for promotions. So checking if there is no disciplinary action. I'll come to the disciplinary action piece as well, how the backend HR team supports. So formulating promotions, getting the promotions updated on systems, increasing the pay in systems, generating the revised letters, facilitating with the transfer letters. In case there is a comp hike, updating the transfer and comp hike details in the tool. In case there is a location transfer, in case there is any project change, in case there is any designation change. All these things can be updated by the backend HR team. They can also internally formulate a tool that can support these requirements. Now, let's come to the disciplinary action or consequence management piece. So, formulating a tool wherein the HR can formulate the disciplinary action or performance improvement plan in that particular tool, analyze it. The GHRS team, that is backend HR team or the HR shared services team, can send out reports of the aging cases, can set up trainings for the HRs, business HRs about how to use these tools. These are some things that the backend HR team can do. Okay. Now also the backend HR team supports in terms of offboarding. That is when the person is leaving the organization. So HR shared services team can also support in formulation of tool that helps to understand how many people are on active resignations, sending notifications to the team managers and the employees in terms of checklist to what details they need to close before their last working day, helping them with the documents like in case they need a form 16, in case they need pay slips, any of the documents, helping them understand the last working day, the basic requirements that are needed on the last working day. A checklist can be formulated by them. Manager may also have checklist in terms of closing all the alterations of the employee, checking if anything is pending from the employee and giving that information to the backend HR team, that is settlements team or final settlements team or offboarding team you may call within the shared services piece. So after that, once the employee leaves, doing their exit analysis, sending them exit emailers. This also can be done facilitating the closure of final documents, is also facilitated working on the recovery calls. These are some aspects about the settlements team, offboarding team within the shared services piece. Now, HR shared services can also support the payroll team in terms of closing the alterations, in terms of setting up a tool for alterations, helping the managers understand using that tool, do some mechanisms basis the usage and update the tool, and then there's a free flow of tool and usage. These are some of the aspects that the HR shared services team can support. Now, let's understand in small organizations, as said, the basic HR work can be done by an HR generalist or an HR BP. But as the organization grows, setting up a shared services is very much important. Now let's understand that this also can be a scalable model. That means initially a shared services team can be just set up in one location. Then they can get details from other locations and support them, get more work from the business HRs. So eventually the basic queries that the HR shared services team gets, they can do an analysis of that tool. Analysis of that query, improvise the tool, do some automation so that these things can be reduced, and do some analysis, give some insights to leaders in case they have to do any specific things. What would this help? This help to increase the employee experience, because employees get on-demand access to basic things and they don't need to run behind a team manager or an HR for the basic queries. So there might be scenarios wherein employee needs to get the verification done for that particular employee from a bank. So the person can just raise a ticket. This person can get a letter from the HR shared services team. That letter also can be automated by the HR shared services team, and the letter can be given to the bank. So your HR or business HR is not needed. Verification also can be done. The letter may have the email ID or the contact number of the shared services team. The bank can call, confirm the details, and then it's sorted. As simple as that. Also, HR shared services team can create an app with all the relevant information and relevant segments basis their touch points. This would again increase the employee experience. This all helps an organization to tell hi about it in the outside world, because employees are satisfied within. And the satisfied employees tend to last long, reduce the attrition. So there are a couple of good benefits of setting up the shared services. These were a couple of things about HR shared services. I hope you guys would have liked this video. So like, share, comment, and do subscribe. I really am thankful for you guys that you're watching these videos and supporting me to build a community. Do share these videos, subscribe, and we'll meet again the next time. Thank you. Take care. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Thank you.